Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're doing a deep dive on something a lot of you have probably been thinking about.
Hmm.
Daycare assistant interviews
Yeah,
in the UK.
right.
We found this really awesome career advice website all about
Uh-huh.
getting ready for these interviews.
Yep.
And what we thought we'd do is go beyond just like
Yeah.
the basic questions and answers and try to figure out like,
Yeah.
what are they really asking? What's the thinking
Hmm.
behind these questions?
Right.
Almost like we're getting a peek behind the curtain.
It's like a secret code.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you crack the code and suddenly you
You know what they're looking for,
you know what they want to hear.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing that jumped out at me
Mm-hmm.
was how many questions are about safety.
Oh, yeah, that's huge.
It's like every other question is about emergency procedures, safety protocols,
Keeping those little ones safe.
dealing with tantrums, medical situations. I
Absolutely.
mean, it's a lot.
It makes sense though, right? Well, I mean, yeah, I guess I can see why, but
I mean, think about it.
yeah.
You're entrusting someone with
Your child.
yeah, the most precious thing in the world to you.
So you want to know
Right. You want to know
that they can handle.
they can handle anything, that they're competent,
Yeah.
that they're trustworthy.
That's more than just checking a box, right?
Oh, absolutely.
It's like showing.
It's about building trust with the parents.
Right. Yeah, because they're
Because a parent is going to be anxious.
anxious. Exactly.
Yeah, so if you can demonstrate that you've got this,
You know what you're doing.
you're calm, you're cool, you've got the procedures,
Yeah.
then that just puts their mind at ease.
And it's not just about like
Yeah.
knowing the rules, right?
No. They want to hear
They want to hear your experience.
your real life example.
Like, tell me about a time you had to respond to a medical emergency.
Right, exactly.
Or like, how would you explain a safety rule to a toddler who's trying to climb the bookcase?
Yes. It's all about,
They want to know you can think on your feet.
yes. Can you think on your feet? Can you stay calm under pressure?
Okay, so safety is like a
The big one.
big one.
Yeah.
But then it goes beyond that.
Uh-huh.
They really get into child development,
Yes.
individual needs,
Mm-hmm.
positive behavior management.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not just about keeping them safe.
Right.
It's about helping them grow.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a reflection of how daycare has evolved.
Oh, interesting.
It's not just babysitting anymore.
Yeah.
It's really about nurturing their growth,
Yeah.
helping them develop social emotional skills.
Through play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like,
So those questions like,
yeah,
how do you plan activities for different age groups?
right.
How do you handle a child who's constantly disrupting others?
Like really digging into
They're really
your
trying to assess
understanding of
your understanding of how kids learn and grow.
Oh, I see. And don't forget that question about adapting activities for children with special needs.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
That's really important.
It shows that the daycare is committed to inclusivity
Yeah.
and recognizes that every child learns and interacts differently.
Yeah.
So you need to be prepared to talk about how you would make sure everyone feels included
Right.
and supported in your care.
Okay, so we've been talking a lot about the kids,
Yeah.
but there's also a lot of focus on communication.
Oh, tons.
I mean, you're talking to the kids, you're talking to the parents,
Parents, yeah.
you're talking to your colleagues.
Your colleagues, it's a lot of juggling.
Yeah, it's like
It's a constant flow of information and interaction.
right, and it's
A
essential.
crucial part of the job.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you have to explain things
Yeah.
to a toddler.
Who might not even fully understand language yet,
Right.
then you're discussing a child's progress with their parents.
Yeah. And then you're collaborating with your colleagues on a daily basis.
Have a lot.
It is
Yeah.
a lot of hats to wear.
Yeah. It's a lot of different communication styles, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like,
So it's no surprise that they're going to ask you questions like,
yeah,
how do you handle disagreements with a colleague?
right.
You
Tell
know-
me about a time when a parent was unhappy.
Yes.
And how did you resolve that situation?
Right.
It's about those people skills.
It's not just about being nice, though.
Right.
It's about effective communication.
Like, can you actually get your point across?
Yeah. Can you advocate for the child's needs
Mm-hmm.
while also respecting the parent's concerns?
Right. That's a tough one.
It's a balancing act.
Yeah.
Can you navigate conflict constructively and
Mhm.
maintain a positive team environment?
Okay, another thing that I thought was interesting
Mm-hmm.
was how much they emphasized
Yes.
researching the specific daycare.
That's a good point.
I mean, yeah, everyone looks at the website, but they were suggesting you go
Deeper.
deeper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's almost detective work.
Well, think of it as showing genuine interest.
Okay, yeah,
Anyone can say they're passionate about childcare,
right.
but taking the time to really understand
Yeah.
the daycare's values,
Yeah.
their approach,
hmm
that shows initiative.
Shows you care.
It's like saying, I'm not just looking for any job.
Yeah.
I want this job.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so what kind of detective work are we talking about here?
Well, they mention things like Ofsted reports,
Okay.
social media, even employee reviews.
Wow, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, those can be really insightful.
Like, what would you get from those?
Well, Ofsted reports, for example,
Yeah.
those give you an objective look at the daycare's quality.
Okay.
You can see if they have any recurring issues
Oh, interesting.
or areas where they really excel.
So you get a sense of their...
You get a sense of their strengths and weaknesses.
Okay.
Social media. That gives you a feel for their culture.
Right. Like, are they...
Like, are they all about structured learning
Yeah.
or free play?
Yeah, do they post a lot?
Yeah. Do they have a strong community presence?
Hmm.
And then employee reviews.
Yeah.
Now, of course, you have to take those with a grain of salt.
Right.
But they can give you a glimpse into the day-to-day work environment.
Okay, so
Like,
yeah.
are people generally happy working there?
Yeah.
Do they feel supported?
It just gives you more information.
It's all about gathering information.
Okay, this is the part that I kind of chuckled at.
Okay.
They have a whole section on what to wear to a daycare interview.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I guess I get it,
It's important.
but it seems like a lot of detail.
Well, you don't want to underestimate the power of first impressions.
Okay.
I mean, you don't need to show up in a three-piece suit,
Right. No.
but you also don't want to look like you just rolled out of bed.
Yeah.
Remember, you're dealing with professionals who are entrusting you with their children.
It's finding that balance.
It's all about balance.
Professional, but practical.
Practical.
Got to be comfortable, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You're going to be on your feet all day.
You're going to be running around.
You might have to chase some toddlers.
Exactly.
You got to be able to move.
You want to be able to move freely,
Yeah.
engage with the children.
So no high heels and pencil skirts.
Probably not the best choice.
They even said no jeans and T-shirts.
Yeah, generally speaking.
Really? I always thought that was fine for like casual...
Well, it depends on the daycare,
Oh,
but it's usually best to err on the side of slightly more formal.
okay.
Think smart, casual, neat trousers or a skirt,
Mm-hmm.
a blouse or a button-down shirt.
Okay.
Comfortable closed-toe shoes.
Right, yeah.
You want to project an image of someone who's responsible,
Mm-hmm.
approachable,
Yeah.
and ready to be part of the team.
Okay, so it's like every detail matters. It's not just what you say.
No, it's how you present yourself.
It's like a whole package.
It all adds up.
You're trying to get a picture of you.
They're trying to see.
Are you someone they can trust?
Exactly.
Are you someone who's passionate?
Passionate about working with children.
And are you prepared?
Prepared to go the extra mile.
Yeah.
That's what they're looking for.
You know, it's funny. We always talk about how appearances shouldn't matter.
Right.
But in a role like this,
Yeah.
where you're dealing with little kids,
With families.
I can see how it does play a part.
It does.
It's about creating a sense of,
confidence.
yeah, and trust.
Trust. Yeah.
Like you said, it's all about context.
Oh, it is.
What works in one setting
Yeah.
doesn't work in another.
Right.
And with daycare,
Mm-hmm.
where parents are entrusting you,
With their most precious little humans.
every detail counts.
Every detail counts.
Wow, it's really eye-opening.
Isn't it?
How much goes into preparing for a daycare assistant interview?
Mm.
I think sometimes people underestimate
Totally.
the complexity of working with little kids.
It's a lot more than just playing with kids, that's for sure.
This deep dive really highlights that. Yeah, it's such a unique
Yeah.
blend of skills, knowledge, personality.
You need patience, you need creativity,
Yeah.
organizational skills,
Mhm.
deep understanding of child development.
And then on top of that, like you said, the communication.
The communication is huge.
It's a lot.
It's like you're juggling all these different balls in the air.
Right.
Kids, parents, colleagues.
I feel like this deep dive
Yeah.
revealed this whole
Hidden world.
hidden world. Yeah.
Behind these seemingly simple interview questions.
Right.
Like, it's not just about
Yeah.
giving the right answer. It's about
Yeah.
demonstrating
Mhm.
that you have the right mindset,
Yeah.
the right qualities
Yeah.
to thrive in this kind of environment.
Right. And that you genuinely care about kids.
Care about the well-being of each child
Mhm.
and their development.
Yeah, because ultimately those hiring managers are looking for someone who
Who shares their passion
shares their passion. Yeah.
for early childhood education.
So even though
Yeah.
this was all UK specific,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of these
Oh, yeah.
absolutely
Absolutely.
apply.
This applies to anyone pursuing a career in childcare.
Mm-hmm.
Those core values, safety, nurturing growth,
Yeah.
effective communication,
Yeah.
building trust.
Those are universal.
Those are universal. It doesn't matter if you're in the UK,
Right.
the US, anywhere.
It's about seeing beyond the surface
Yeah.
and understanding that responsibility.
Recognizing the impact you can have on these little lives. It's a big deal.
And on that note,
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a good place to
Yeah.
wrap up.
To leave our listeners with something to think about.
Okay.
We've talked a lot about what hiring managers look for. But let's flip the script for a second, beyond the interview.
Yeah.
What qualities do you think
Ooh, good question.
are most essential for a truly great daycare assistant?
What makes someone
Yeah, like what sets someone apart?
really stand out in that role?
Yeah.
It's more than just checking off a list.
It's that intangible something
Yeah.
that makes them not just good, but truly great.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
Yeah. As you're on this journey.
Yeah.
Well, listeners, that's our deep dive
Uh-huh.
into daycare assistant interviews.
We covered a lot of ground.
Hopefully this gave you some good insights.
Yeah, and some confidence.
Yeah.
To go out there and ace those interviews.
And remember, it's not just about getting the job.
It's about finding the right fit.
Yeah, where your passion can
Where you can thrive
thrive.
and make a real difference in the lives of those little ones.
All right, that's it for this deep dive.
We'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.